What's up, guys? Lance the Obscure Movie Guy coming to you once again with another fun-filled, fact-filled video that you probably won't care about, but we're going to do it anyways, trying to change the world one post at a time. So early this morning I was contacted by a one Rick Danford from Indie Horror Junkie in regards to their new movie that they're releasing. It is their first feature film that they've done over at Indie Horror Junkie, and he wanted me to do a trailer reaction like I've been doing with some of the other people in the industry. So, without further ado, let's take a quick look at the clock and what it's all about. All right, let's see what we got. Bayview Entertainment. Indie Horror Junkie. Camera quality is really good. Man,
Isn't it beautiful?
She looked like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
About 100 years old.
I might be the only one seeing it. She looks like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
It just
I like the
I
like the soundtrack they got going on, kind of mimicking the tick-tock of a clock.
Isabel!
So filmed in an actual haunted house. I'm assuming that's the house.
What do you think? What is it?
And now I'm officially old.
Yep, typical teenager. Doesn't appreciate craftsmanship.
You didn't tell me you got a grandfather clock. I can feel the energies coming from it.
Are you saying this is haunted or something?
Come on, you're moving it.
Nope, never mess with a Ouija board. Bad news bears. Yep, no thanks. I wonder what the significance of 9 o'clock is. I hope they... Oh, hell no. Nope, no thank you. Ugh. You know, the production quality looks really good on this. Okay, that's a cool effect. That's a cool effect. Nice. So I gotta say, this looks actually really good. Not only does it look good from like a storyline standpoint, but like the production value looks like it's very good as well. It was one of the first things I pointed out was the camera quality. So that being said, looks great. I love the look of the house. I like what I'm seeing from the storyline. It looks like it's going to be something unique. You know, souls or demons trapped in this clock. I wonder if the time 9 o'clock will be explained. I'm sure there's some sort of significance there. But overall, it looks really interesting, and I actually can't wait to see this. This looks really good. Horror is not generally my thing, but a supernatural one. It kind of takes out some of the blood and gore and kind of puts in some of the you know, mess with your head type stuff, and that's kind of the feeling I'm getting with this. But this is really good. I'm digging this. The camera quality and the production quality, and there's going to be some stuff I'm going to talk about that here in a minute, but Rick Danford reached out to me and wanted me to do this for him, and I knew the guy looked familiar. I didn't know where from. But Indie Horror Junkie, he runs the Indie Horror Junkie podcast, YouTube channel, magazine, digital magazine. I'm going to talk a little bit about that stuff. But I did actually see him, I think last week or a couple weeks ago. I actually did watch one of the podcasts because he had Nicole Butler Vegas on there talking about Clown Motel 3. So it took me a while to put the 2 and 2 together, but it clicked, and I was like, okay, I have seen this guy. I have watched this stuff. I watched that podcast with Nicole Butler. So it was kind of cool that he reached out to me and wanted me to do this. Indie Horror Junkie, they do a weekly podcast. They do a bi-monthly digital magazine or a printed magazine. You can do either one. You can get the digital copy for $5. You can get the printed one for $15. They also do the film festival at MegaCon in Orlando, Florida every year. So hopefully I get to go and maybe check that out in February of 2025. But this was their first full feature as far as doing a film. So they've done a lot in this last year, Indie Horror Junkie has. And Rick's been, you know, kind of the captain of the ship making all this happen. So really cool stuff. He's done a lot with a little. And that's another thing that I want to talk about with this movie. Just the general idea. I got to talk to him quite a bit this morning about some things behind the scenes and what they were doing. And I'll say this, it looks like they've done a lot with a little as far as budget goes. The camera work and the camera quality is really good. Obviously, they claim this. I didn't ask him, I probably should have, but they say it was filmed in an actual haunted house, so that's kind of interesting. I'd like to get a little bit more of a backstory on that. But, you know, it kind of reminds me of, and people probably get tired of me saying this, but it kind of reminds me of Damien Leone and Terrifier. You know, that movie was done, the original Terrifier was done on a budget of like $25,000, and Damien Leone was able to do a lot with that little bit of money. And it looks like Rick Danford has gone ahead and done a very similar thing. He's doing a lot with this film with a very, very modest budget. So I think Terrifier was like 25 grand. Damien Leone, you know, put a lot of that money into the special effects, which were practical special effects. He used some very unique, expansive camera shots to try and make the area look bigger than it actually was. But I'm fairly certain if you go back and watch Terrifier, I'm pretty sure everything in that movie was filmed within the same block of each other. There's no doubt in my mind, but it doesn't look that way when you watch it. And I can kind of see similar things here with this trailer. It's going to be a lot with a little, and I can appreciate that. And it looks like they've done a heck of a job. The acting seems pretty on point, and a lot of good stuff coming out of there. Like I said, they've got a weekly podcast. You can check it out on YouTube. You can check it out on Facebook, Instagram. Like I said, bi-monthly magazine. You know, this coming issue is going to have an article in there about Clown Motel 3, which they just talked with Nicole Butler Vegas about on the podcast last week. So that's kind of cool. So lots of good things coming out of Indie Horror Junkie. You should definitely check them out. Like I said, online, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment to their channels, their pages, all that fun stuff. Now, the movie's not available yet. It's out for worldwide distribution from Bayview Entertainment. Hopefully within the next couple months, it'll be video on demand with some of the major players, and you'll be able to rent it, buy it, maybe stream it for free a little bit further down the road. But it's definitely something I am going to be checking out when it is available, and I will be doing a full movie review on it because I am super interested in where this is going. And Rick Danford seems like a really super interesting guy, and I would like to talk to him a little bit more in the future and maybe do some stuff on his podcast maybe someday. But until then, I'm stuck doing with just me. But guys, again, I really appreciate Rick reaching out to me, giving me the opportunity to do this. Look forward to doing some stuff with them in the future. Like, subscribe, and comment to the YouTube channel. Check me out on Facebook. Be sure to go check out Indie Horror Junkie on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, podcasts. Get yourself a copy of the magazine, printed or not. You can do printed or digital, so either or, but they've got a lot of stuff going on. And I'm going to try and find my way to Orlando for MegaCon in February of 2025. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.